Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back with another Legends video, and in this one we're going to be going over the most underrated characters in the game. Now obviously you already seen the thumbnail, meaning you already know two of the characters that's going to be listed here, but I feel like there are a lot of characters that, like, people don't use. Maybe one, because they're overshadowed, or two, people just, they don't think that they're really good, even though if you use that character, I'm sure you will change your mind some way, somehow, right? But here today we're starting off with Bergamo, right? Bergamo is really, really good. First mentioning that he's actually an HP buffer, right? Meaning that you probably do want to run him if you are running a USS team, right? Or, a rival universe team, right? He is probably a staple because HP is really, really important, especially when you have someone like Topo whose niche is defense, right? So if you have more HP and defense, right? Topo is like, he's just a wall. So it's actually really, really good. That's starting off. Also to mention, he literally gets stronger with every hit he receives, right? Where is it? Yeah, right here. Every time he gets hit, 20% of damage inflicted and 20% to key recovery. And obviously it stops at some point, right? So 60%, all you need is 3 hits, and then all you need is 5 hits for the key recovery. And then also he has a green card, power capture, which he nullifies enemies attacks, right? It's basically a counter, and then you can counter off of it, right? If it's a strike card, I'm pretty sure, like if it's a strike or a tackle, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, if enemies at close range. So if it's a strike or a tackle, he knocks you back, you're able to combo, and it drops their attribute upgrades, right? So it cancels their upgrades. So that's actually really, really good. Bergamo is really, really good. People do like to bring him against 18 because, again, he's a tank too, right? He's the tank himself. He's a defense type, and yeah, he's pretty good. Don't sleep on Bergamo. If you did pull him, make sure you're at least running him as a bench for HP, because people do use Dispo over him, and I don't blame them because Dispo is actually really good, but this guy is not too far off behind Dispo, so don't sleep on Bergamo. Next up, we have Super Kaioken Goku. Now, not to mention, well, this guy, right? He's actually, people do know his worth. Like, he does crazy, crazy damage. He literally starts off with level 1 draw speed, meaning that, like, out the gates, yeah, right here. Oh, no, no, not this one. Yeah, this one increases draw speed for the first 20 counts, right? So it's actually really, really good that he does this. And then he also has the 40% to damage inflicted and 70% to key recovery. His green card, after you get under 50% HP, you literally get to have endurance, which is like really, really good, right? You could just throw him in the face of a rising rush, unless it's against like hit or DKP, who actually cancels endurance, right, off just their main ability or their unique ability, right? They just cancel it. They don't have to hit you with an ult or anything. But if you're not getting hit with characters with those type of abilities, then he's actually really, really good to come in the face of a rising rush. And also um, what he does is he buffs Sun Family, right? So one of the best tags in the game. But I'd say he has been overshadowed, right, by LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because LF Super Saiyan 3, he's green, right? So I mean, you can bench buff him for this guy, but I feel you're gonna bring Super Saiyan 3 over this guy because of his nuke, and also not to mention, speaking of ultimates, this guy has a chance to faint. So what more could you ask for? But yeah, pretty much he's pretty underrated. Not a lot of people run him as a unit, especially now that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a thing, right? The LF Senkai. But he's pretty good. I do see him often as a bench, but not run. He's not run in the actual battlefield. But yeah, I mean, you should use him, I guess, if you don't have LF Super Saiyan 3. He's really, really good. Don't sleep on him. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, we have Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Now, obviously, she's not like a unit that like recently came out, obviously, but with her Zenkai, a lot of people are saying she's mid and all that. But I'd say she's actually really, really good. I would call her an Android 18 Junior. Literally, if they gave this girl draw speed, bro, she'd probably be one of the best Zenkais in the game, bro. She'd literally be an Android 18 Part 2, right? But she does crazy strike damage, even if it's not to just Saiyans, right? Because obviously she has a massive damage boost against Saiyans. But even if you're not up against Saiyans, she does crazy, crazy strike damage, especially when you run her on Rival Universe along with bottles. It's just really, really dumb. She's really, really good. She outputs so much damage. Her blue card does so much, and not to mention she actually buffs hit, right? So that bringing her more value, I guess, to the table. But if you don't have hit and you deciding to Zenkai her, you should. She is the purple that girls probably does need, right? Because Android 21, she kind of fell off. She doesn't really do a lot of damage. I mean, she does still have her utility buffing HP, but actually she's an Android and region buffer. She doesn't even buff girls, so I'd say Khalifa is pretty good. If you do want to Zenkai her, I wouldn't blame you, but only do that if you like have battles at high stars. If you like, you run Android 18 all the time, then I would recommend you do Zenkai her. Yeah, moving on. We have Goten, right? The transforming one. Now, I'd say this guy got overshadowed by LF Future Gohan, but even before that, I wouldn't say people really ran this guy. I mean, they only did if they made hybrid Saiyans, and also with speaking of hybrid Saiyans, which didn't really become like a full thing until Blue Future Trunks came out as a Zenkai, right? Which was a month after, or a couple weeks after Future Gohan. So not a lot of people use this guy because Sun Family was up there because he did come out after LF Gohan's Zenkai, right? The Teen Gohan, right? After his Zenkai, but people didn't really use him. He's really underrated. I'd say maybe because his transformation is timed. Maybe that's why people don't really look at him. But this guy is really, really good. He's support unit. He's really, really defensive. His green card, he gets draw speed by 2, right? Meaning that only way you run out of cards is if you run out of keys. So I mean, he's pretty good. He's really, really good. If you're debating on running him, I definitely recommend you do. I mean, if you have Future Gohan, I guess run Future Gohan over this guy. But if you have this guy at 14 stars and a 2-star Future Gohan, I recommend you use this guy. He's really, really good, really, really worth it. And yeah, pretty much yeah. Next is the unit that he came out with, Transforming Trunks. Now, I'd say this guy is probably better than Goten. One, he does come in, right? When he does come into the battlefield, he does lock you in for 2 seconds, right? He has the Metal Cooler green card, the green Metal Cooler green card, where if he lands it, he does lock you in for 3 seconds. I mean, even though the time goes like that, it's literally like a Majin Buu effect, right? Like, you could just come in and rush, and then they won't be able to switch out. So it's actually really, really good. And not to mention, this guy gets draw speed every single strike card he does. Even though it's for 3 seconds, it does come in clutch. It does build up, right? Especially with the blast card reducing card cost, right? So this guy just everything, his kit just goes together so well, making him a really, really good unit. And he's pretty much the only green Vegeta family that's really, really viable. Correct me if I'm wrong, I actually don't really run Vegeta family, but he's really, really viable. He's probably and also for hybrid Saiyans, right? People are waiting on the eventual Ultimate Gohan Zenkai, but I guess this guy is the best color for both his main teams, which is hybrid Saiyan and Vegeta family. So don't sleep on this guy, use him. And yeah, pretty much. I actually do like him too because he has the unique outfit, the unique training outfit. I wish Goten had that, but obviously Goten only has one other outfit, but it's from Dragon Ball Super, and obviously these are from the Majin Buu saga. So I mean, I don't really, there's really no reason why you should have expected Goten with a different outfit. And then it's like I said, it's cool that they gave Trunks this outfit. But yeah, pretty much. And now we have the person that they fuse into, Goten. A lot of people skip this guy because they were like, you know what, he's not that good, but I'd say he's probably the best Legends Road, right? Kid Goku kind of he did fall off a lot, right? Especially when you have Teen Gohan running around. So I'd say this guy is really, really good, especially with all the blue Zenkais running around. You have Bardock, you have Namek Goku, you have LF Broly, who's a menace, and this guy is really, really versatile, bro. He literally restores all his cards, he gets draw speed. This guy is just a menace, right? What does his green card do? Okay, yeah, you just get 25% of damage inflicted. But once the whole Legends Road team gets a Zenkai, I feel like this Goten is just going to be even better. I mean, it also depends on what they do with the upcoming ones, right? But I feel like this guy has the potential to be the very best because of how good he is now, right? And not to mention, you could literally run him on one of the best fusions and one of the probably going to be the, it has the most potential, right? Fusion Warriors up there in terms of potential because of what's yet to come still. All the transforming Gogeta, transforming Vegetos. There's still a lot to come to Fusion Warriors, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which we're probably going to get in a month and a half from now, from when I'm recording this, right? So yeah, I mean, this Goten is really good. Like I said, he's probably the best Legends Road. He's better than Kid Trunks without a doubt, or the Trunks youth, I should say. And he's better than Kid Goku, and we'll just have to see what they do with the rest. This guy is really, really good. If you don't have Kefla, definitely run him on Fusion Warriors. I'm pretty sure he does buff it too as a bench. Pretty sure he buffs, oh no, just Legends? Oh no. Yeah, his Z ability. Fusion Warrior, and Legend Road. So I mean, hey, if you don't have Kefla, I definitely do recommend you run this guy. He's a sleeper unit for sure. A lot of people skipped him because they thought he was bad, but look at that, like restores ki and restores your cards. Like that's one of the best main abilities you can ever have. And yeah, last but not least, we have the man, Baby Vegeta, bro. If you didn't watch Garesh's April Fool's video, then you wouldn't get why he's here. But yeah, basically, Baby's the best unit in the game, and people need to come to realize that. I don't even have to go over him. If you don't know what he does, just open his kit in your game and look at what he does. He's the best unit in the game. And if you also don't believe me, then just go watch Garesh's April 1st video, right? The video that he dropped on April 1st. Go look at that, and you'll see exactly why he is the most underrated character in the game. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Looking through, now we'll just scroll through the character list and just look at who people should, take a look at. I mean, I'd say Launch is pretty underrated, but it's just because she doesn't have a definitive team. Like, Dragon Ball Saga is not a definitive team yet. Like, DKPs, right, both of them, they carry the team, right, I'd say. But, I wouldn't say it's enough yet, right? We could get a Dragon Ball Saga Tien, we could get a Dragon Ball Saga Roshi, the Jackie Chun one, right? So, there's still some stuff they could add from Dragon Ball, so it's actually a pretty decent amount of stuff they could still add from Dragon Ball. They could get a good mercenary Tao, right? So, I mean, I'd say Dragon Ball Saga still has a lot of potential. Launch is really, really good. And, yeah, let's continue looking through. I wouldn't say any of these are underrated. Looking through. This guy's ult actually still hits really, really hard. Like, because his ult, the way it works is the longer the battle goes, the harder it's gonna hit. So once you get a Zenkai, bro, he's gonna be just like his Super Saiyan 3 version. Not his version, but like, LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's gonna be just like that in terms of a nuke ultimate, right? His ultimate does really, really good damage even to this day. I'm scared to see what his Zenkai will have in store in terms of his ult. But yeah, moving on. We have not really a lot more units. I'm pretty sure I covered it. Like, either the units are underrated or they're like really, really good and everyone knows how they are, or they're just plain trash, right? And pretty sure we went over the units that are like really, really underrated. I mean, I'd say his Zenkai is pretty underrated, but a lot of more people are using him, right? Because he is free technically now, right, with the USTR, and obviously you should have this guy more than 7 stars already. So I'd say people are realizing how good this Broly truly is. He's really, really good. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Because as we go towards the bottom, it's going to be really old units who are not even viable. I'd say Majin Buu is probably the best aging Zenkai that we've ever got in the game so far, because you have to remember how old he is. He was literally one of the first batch of units. I'm pretty sure the first batch was Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, the Super Saiyan Goku, and then Beerus, right? And then he came like after. I'm pretty sure he came like 2 Zenkais after. I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 units got it after, and then he did come after. I'm pretty sure he got his Zenkai in April, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe before that, like March, April, right, of last year. So he's still really good to this day. And yeah, pretty much that's all we have in terms of underrated units. All these units, like I said, they're either really, really garbage or just over the top good, and everyone knows how good the unit truly is. So yeah, pretty much that's it. I remember actually real quick, where is he? Evil Boo. I remember he was actually the best EX in the game about 2 years ago, actually, right? He came out on the Ultimate Gohan Red Super Saiyan 3 and Purple Rage Vegeta from the Beerus movie, right? From the Battle of Gods movie. He came out with them, right? And he was the best EX in the game for a while. I'd say probably until the anniversary. So I mean, that's not really a while, because actually I think Whis took over that best EX role because of how good he was and how versatile, even to this day, he still is, right? But yeah, pretty much that's it. We're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk about the most underrated units in the game, and we did. Let me know if I missed somebody. Let me know if you guys think someone on this list is underrated. And yeah, I'll be sure to take a look at it down below. And pretty much that's it. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.